So here is the XMan Bell V2 Pyraminx. It comes with spare magnets, some instructions for the magnets, as well as a tensioning tool, which I'll discuss later. It's currently out for pre-order for about $17, which is a few dollars more than the V1. The size of the puzzle is about the same as the V1, but the V2 does stand out with its light weight. At around 76 grams, the V2 fixes the issue with the V1 being too heavy. Its turning is quite different. Each turn is light and smooth, and extremely quiet. It kinda reminds me of the Yushin Huanglong Pyraminx, but even better. You can listen to it here. The turning on this puzzle is also quite fast. I slowed this down with silk, which seemed to do the job, and it really complemented this puzzle's feel. The grip of the puzzle out of the box is quite strange, being a bit slippery, but it is easy to get used to, and it does go away after a while. The coin cutting of this puzzle is definitely not bad at all, being a bit better than the V1 from my experience. However, this cube is definitely more flexible and less stable than the V1. I think a lot of people might enjoy this, but at least for me, it does cause a few locking issues. The tips are pretty smooth like the V1, but seem to be a bit slower. They can be sped up with some lube, but I still have some problems with them. Now onto the cool part about this puzzle, the magnets. Out of the box, the puzzle comes with some quite weak magnets on the tips, which I do prefer, and moderate to weak magnets on the actual turns. Now, let's get into how to adjust the magnet strengths. So you can adjust the strength of the magnets by turning this screw. There are three options where you can turn it to. First off is the minus sign, then a circle, then a plus sign. Those stand for light, moderate, and strong magnet strengths. The range of these strengths don't seem to be that large, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it does work. But all of the options for the magnet strengths are weaker than the V1, so that is something you gotta keep in mind. To change the magnet strengths of the tips, you have to first take them apart. So this is where the tool comes in handy. Originally there's a tensioning tool here, but by opening this bottom part, you get a lot of different tools, and one of them is a tool that can help with taking apart the tips. So with this wedge tool, I like to open the tip through the side here. As you notice, it's actually not pointed, and it's actually like a flat edge on the side here. So I'm not quite sure about the reason for the gaps over here, but it actually might be to help make the tips easier to open. So all I do is get the tool over here and try to open the tip by taking apart the caps. And yeah, that easily it gets off. And we can take everything else pretty easily, and we get to see the magnets and the tips. So to adjust the magnet strengths, you do get some spare magnets in the beginning. So what you can do is take off these magnets and stack them on top of these. So if you were to stack one magnet, it will get a bit stronger, 2 will get even stronger, and then 3 will be the strongest magnet setting. So those are how you adjust the magnet settings of the tips. So again, just like the regular magnets, all of these strengths that you have the option to pick are all weaker than the V1. However, I think the range of options for magnet strengths is actually pretty good for the tips, and I think most people won't have a problem, and you should be able to adjust them pretty nicely. So overall, this puzzle is a great upgrade from its predecessor. Its lighter weight and better customizability, with its smooth turning and amazing performance, makes it a great puzzle. I am unsure about how some might like the flexibility and faster turning with weaker magnets, but this is definitely still a contender to being best on the market, and many top solvers have already switched to this as their main. Currently, I even use this cube as my main, but I still don't think it's for everyone. However, the fact that you can customize this puzzle so much shows that it is great for a lot of people. So yeah, that's about it for the short review. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.